Hello, everybody. Hi, Dar. Good to see you. How's my sound? If you're watching the replay, just skip ahead till we start doing stuff. We're going to just chat for a little bit first. Here we are. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hi, Tammy. Aloha. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Miriam. Where am I? Yeah, I left. Sorry, I forgot to do something. I'm just going to rotate the camera and hopefully just close your eyes if you get seasick. We're going to see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see me. Oh, it's probably not very good. I want to show you Lucy. I'm not sure if I'm in frame or not. My camera doesn't really go that way. Here we go. I think we're down here. There's my mess behind me. I don't want to switch to my front camera because then it might be too hard to get down there. You can see all my mess behind me. Let's do this. All right. I just want to say hello. My brother told me that I never show my face and that I should show my face so that people know who I am. But he doesn't even watch my channel, so I'm not sure why. But my hair's good because I had to go get my driver's license renewed today because it was my birthday yesterday. So, okay, I'm going to go back to the table. Say bye to Lucy. All right, here we go. Watch your stomachs. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Belinda. I should have cleaned up behind me before I showed that. Thank you. Oh, now I'm upside down. Okay, just, oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this off here. Sorry, I gotta reset the camera. There we go. Sorry, just rotated everybody around 360. Hi, Flo. Oh, that's very sweet. All right, who did I miss? Pamela. Hi, Pamela. And I don't know who else did I miss. Thank you, Miriam. I think Miriam has a birthday next week. Hi, Tammy. Yeah, so I won't tell you how old I am, but I will say that I have the exact same birthday as Kurt Cobain. So if you want to figure out my age, you can go look him up and do the math. Now I'm going to adjust my light a little bit. Let's see, is that better? Yay, Missy, you made it. Yes, I did reply to you, Miriam, so go check that out. So is that, how's that light-wise? Oopsie, turn that off. Okay, so I was trying to decide what to do today, and I couldn't think. I mean, I had lots of ideas, and I couldn't land on one. So what I thought I would do is I thought I would do a canvas. So Tammy, you wish your room looked that good cleaned? Oh, I'll have to watch the replay. It probably is like, I got a few projects behind me, so it's a little bit of a mess. Hey, Janet, I showed my face, you missed it. Thanks, Barbie. So we're going to do not exactly this, but we're going to do a similar concept. And this was a concept, well, reverse painting isn't really a new concept, but doing kind of like an abstract-y background. That was from this book, Sandrine Pellissier. It's a very inspiring book. She doesn't do jelly printing, but she uses like inks and drips, and that would be fun to do as well. And I got the inspiration to buy this book from Kathy Arbor, and I'll link her below. So what I thought we should do would be, I'm going to grab a fresh canvas, where did I put it? I had one ready to go. Wouldn't you know it? Here's my big jelly plate. Where did it go? Janet, did you steal my canvas? Okay, I don't know where it went. I'm just going to go grab another one. That's the weirdest thing. What the heck? Okay, I don't know. We'll just grab a new one. So I bought a fairly inexpensive pack of 12 by 12 canvases from Michaels. Hi, Marty. So if you don't know, PM Art Studios are being, Patricia and Mariah are being interviewed right now on Christopher Runsman's channel. So be sure to check him out. You can watch both of us. You can go there, come back, you know, whatever. And I'll put a link to that stream of his in my description after the stream's done. So this is a 12 by 12 canvas. So I thought instead of doing flowers, I thought it would be cool to do a shoe. Hey, Dee Dee, thank you. Hey, View. So I'm going to do a boot. A boot. That's how we say it in Canada, a boot. So I thought I would use this stencil from PMR Studios. This is a Rhonda Dohna stencil. And won't that look cute? Having this as the background. And then I'm going to use this as a mask to blot out the background. And then we'll figure out what to do down here after we see it. And so this is just a handmade stencil using cardstock. All I did was I had this cool calendar about shoes. And I thought about doing this one, but then I didn't know how it would look in silhouette. So I took this one here and I traced it with tracing paper. And then I added a little cut there. I thought that would be cool. We might decide to put some flowers coming out. And then I used just some carbon paper to trace it onto, so you put the tracing paper over your cardstock or whatever your material is, and then you just trace over your lines, and then you cut it out. And because the cardstock's pretty thick, I did use my X-Acto knife and a cutting mat. You could use scissors, but I wanted to have an intact mask as well. I've done this before with like a VW bug and an elephant and a cat, and I do have a couple projects in the works that I'm hoping to share with you guys in March. So I'm going to be going on vacation mid-March to beginning of April. So I'm trying to get some videos prepared that I will release on the Wednesdays when I normally stream. I think the first one, like third week of March won't be a premiere because I don't think I'll be available to be at the premiere, but the 27th, I think, is a Wednesday. That one I'm hoping to put as a premiere so I can be in chat and talking with you guys. Hi, Lisa. Now, if you're talking to me, please feel free to put it up in caps so I can see it. The other thing I want to mention is that I was trying to make a video to release while I was away. And what I did was I did some jelly printing with my husband on Monday. So it was family day here. So he didn't have the day, he didn't have to work that day. So we did some jelly printing together and we recorded it and I had a lot of fun. So I edited it yesterday and I don't think I can wait until March to release it. So I'm going to release that, I think, this Saturday. And I'm thinking it might be fun to release it as a premiere if there's people that could come and hang out with me to watch it and, you know, have a giggle, have a chuckle. I was thinking maybe like 10 a.m. Eastern. Is there anybody that thinks that they could come at that time? Just put your hand up in chat, or if someone wants to suggest a different time, that would be great. So let's put that aside. Let's bring this out. You will be there. Cool. So what I was planning to do, I was thinking we could do like alcohol inks and then pick it up with gold on some Carnival Wet Strength tissue paper, which I've cut down to the size of my 12 by 14 plate. Yeah, Barbie, we had fun. I highly recommend it. Yeah, sure, Jen, you're gonna make fun of him. He'd love that. He would just love that. He probably won't want to watch it. So anyways, I have these Carnival tissue comes in big sheets. So this is actually cut down. Eddie Makes Art sent me some big sheets. Mariah sent me some small sheets. So I'm trying to conserve them, but I think I'm just going to use them as much as I want. And then eventually I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and buy some because it works really well. Which day? I was thinking this Saturday around 10 Eastern. So I'm gonna, my plan, where's my initial canvas? So this, I don't know if you saw I did a video of this, and the back I just glued down with matte medium the Wet Strength Carnival tissue, and then I wrapped it on the sides a little bit. So that's my plan. I'm hoping to be able to get it all done today, but we shall see. All right, cool. So I'm gonna release that for Saturday at, what did I say? 10 Eastern. Thanks everybody for coming today. I know there's a lot going on today. Check out Christopher Rinsman's stream. He is interviewing Patricia and Mariah right now. So you can either go there and watch my replay or vice versa. I think Kim from oh, can't remember her channel name. Southpaw something. I'll put her link below. She's showing how to use a cinch right now as well. So you can check that out. Janet, you got in Marty's head. You got in Marty's head. Hey, Dana Yates, how are you? All right, so I'm just going to throw on a bunch of alcohol inks. I have my 2 tins here. I don't know if you can see them. Let's move that over a smidge. So we're just gonna throw a bunch of this on, and I've swatched my alcohol inks. So I have I don't have 2 full tins, but those are the inks I have. So I thought it would be fun. I'm gonna pick it up with gold, and my favorite color is always blues and greens, but I'm gonna pick up with gold. So does anybody have a and then we'll paint out with white. Anybody have a suggestion for colors? Like, I guess we could do some pinks. I do have also this enchanted pink, which is pretty. Hi, Tori. All right, I'm going to just spray this with this. Sharon calls this Texture Junkie. She calls this her special sauce. 50% spray alcohol, like 50% liquid alcohol, 50% gel. And I tend to use like 90, is it 91% or 99% alcohol? Is there a boysenberry? There is a boysenberry. That's a beautiful purple. Yeah, let's use that. Boysenberry. It's like a really nice dark purple. That one there. That's a good one. I do have boysenberry. That's not it though. That's purple twilight. There's boysenberry. So we'll use the boysenberry. We'll use this this pink enchanted. What about like some orange? Should we put some orange in there? What kind of gel? Like hand sanitizer gel. Like this stuff. So what it does is when you mix it with the liquid isopropyl alcohol, it just gives it a little bit more body. And it helps the alcohol ink to spread. So I'm just going to kind of spray that. And I do want some of the alcohol inks to go outside of this because I do want some of the color on the outside. Hey, Kel. You're at Lori's house right now. Yay. So Kel Rawson was going on a field trip. She was visiting Paint Girly. So I think they're going to stream together. When are you guys streaming together, like in the same room? Is it on Friday, or what day are you guys doing that? Okay, so let's start with these and then we'll see what we add. If I missed anybody, please give me a wave. Let's leave the lid off. This one you have to shake because it's pearlescent. And at the beginning of the stream, I did show my face. We saw my brother on Family Day, which was Monday. I think in the States they call that President's Day. And he said, they were asking about my channel. My sister watches my channel, so hi, sister. But he asked if I show my face, and I said, no, not very often. Ooh, what about this color? Deception. It's like a red with a bit of a silver shimmer. I wonder if that'll look cool. I don't think I've used this color before. Did Kel say when they're streaming together? Kel, let us know when you and Lori are streaming together so we can all go watch. I'm going to spray that with just some, this isn't rubbing alcohol. This is 99% alcohol. And a lot of people, I mean, you work in a well-ventilated area for sure. A lot of people say don't spray alcohol. You can spray alcohol, my understanding, but you shouldn't spray alcohol ink, because when they make the alcohol ink, they actually put a resin in it. So that is not, you don't want to be breathing any aerated resin. Okay, so let's add a little bit of everything. That and this. And the red. And I think we need something else to make it pop. I'm thinking orange, but will that blend in with the gold too much? Or maybe maybe like a dark purple. Just spray that a little bit more. I want to get it really in those little nooks and crannies. So I'm going to press hard here. So if you were missing the beginning, three things. I showed my face, and Lucy, I showed her face too, because her face is super sweet. And I also talked about how I'm going to do a premiere of a stream, of a recording that I did with my husband on Monday. So for part of my birthday present, he he said he would jelly plate with me. So I recorded it, and I'm going to release that on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And so I'm just thinking of which orange. I think a really dark orange, sunset orange, which is this one. Or do we decide dark purple? Let's do, I'll leave that out for a second. Let's do vineyard. And then the other thing is in March, I'm going to be going on a vacation. So I'm hoping to have some videos pre-recorded to release during my regular time, so that if you guys want to watch them, you can during that time or whenever it's convenient. But on the 27th of March, I believe that I shall be joining, making it a premiere and watching live. Hi, Carrie the Crafter. Everybody check him out. Everybody check each other out. I mean, there's lots of great artists here that stream. So that was just some 99% alcohol. Now, do I have enough color in there? I feel like, I think I want it dark so that the gold, so where there's the Yupo, that's the gold's going to come through. I feel like I want a little bit more of that darkness. So let's add a bit more of the vineyard. So if you do stream, if you do play with alcohol inks, be sure you have well ventilated areas. And a lot of this is going to get covered up. And a bit more of this pink. Let's do a little bit more down here. So what's new with everybody? What's going on? What's the scoop? Do I want to put orange? Maybe not. Maybe we'll leave orange for the background. Yes, I throw that ink around with abandon. I'm going to leave this out here. I'm not going to brayer that. I'm going to leave that splotchy. I'm going to just try to get this stuff down into the little crevasses. So this is Cranky Buds, a stencil designed by Rhonda Dohna from Kim Artist Studios. And let's put a bit more of that boysenberry. And if you don't know, Carrie the Crafter is also a designer for them. Miriam in chat here, she's also a designer. There's lots of great designers. And I designed for them as well. This is not one of my designs. Let's put this red back in. Okay, so I think I should just kind of stop. Okay, let's stop. I'm gonna let that dry. Hi, Brenda A. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. So I'm going to put my lids on. This is going to be covered. It's just really thick. So I just want to unthicken that a little bit. Ooh. Hi, Stacy May. And then we're going to pull this with gold. Oh, I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do. Maybe we'll do it with carnival tissue. Okay, so we're going to let that sort of settle. And for those of you that came in late, what we're going to do is we're going to do some reverse painting like I did with this canvas. But we're going to do the shape of a boot. So the boot's going to be purple. And then we're going to paint out the surround. So I have a boot stencil that I made. And where's my boot mask? Here it is. So I'm going to use that, and we're going to pounce with the white. Hi, Sandra. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit to dry. And alcohol ink I don't think it's very light fast. So if you do make a canvas, ideally, I think you would varnish it with something that's UV protective. All right, so let's, I don't think we're going to use the alcohol inks again, so I'm just going to put them away in their little house. I bought these Timmy tins to house my alcohol inks, and I did my little swatch, so it's very easy to find the color that I'm looking for. I didn't end up using the orange. Did not end up using that, so. And then, so that's tin 1, and that's tin 2. And then tin 2 is also, I put some of them on black just to show. So I'm just going to put those away. So see how they fit in this little case really well. And just sort of, and then I can keep my swatch. I cut it the same size as the tin, so I know which tin I'm grabbing. All right. So let's move that over. What do I have? Do I have anything to show? Let's show this book again while we're waiting. So this is the book that Kathy Arbor inspired me to get. Yes, Carrie, I've been collecting those for a while. And then it's just a quick little flip through. And at the back, she's got just sort of some inspiration. We might add some flowers popping up. We'll see if it feels like it's calling out for that. But I just love her style. So I'm very inspired by that. And it's getting dry. Let's see. Not quite. Now, I didn't totally seal down the stencil, so there is going to be a little bit of seepage of the ink, but I think I'm okay with that. And the gold, I think we'll use this one. How is it possible to have only a small dot? Well, there's a few dots. And I do have like a silicone mat under this. This is just some newsprint that I put out so that it doesn't look so messy. And then once it gets super messy, then I do change it out. Okay, so I can't really do anything until this dries. Does anybody have any questions for me while we're waiting? While we're watching ink dry? Oh, my stomach's making noise. Will you get a ghost print from the stencil? Yes, I'm going to spray it with alcohol. Yeah, so I'm going to, you'll see, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to put tissue down over it. I'm going to spray it with alcohol and it's going to pick up the design. And I should get that ready, actually. Let's do that. That's a good idea, Carrie. I'll get that ready. You don't have to use Carnival tissue. Actually, in fact, let's show it on, because it's alcohol, it doesn't really break down the tissue. So this here, this is not alcohol. This is not Carnival tissue, but I'm going to use that to use up that ink because I don't like wasting product. So it's almost dry. I think it's, I think it's dry enough. I don't think it's going to move a lot. So let's do that. So we're going to take this off. And then we're going to put this down. And the alcohol ink will, or the alcohol spray will go right through that. So it doesn't really matter which way I do it. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just spray this and you're going to see it magically appear. And you can even brayer it like that. I'm going to spray it a little bit more. And then it won't stick to the stencil. So you get kind of like a 2-for-1. And the nice thing about alcohol ink is it's not water reactive. So you can glue this down in your journal. can lift that off. It's a bit drippy. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit before I totally lift it off. So this is not Carnival tissue. This is just regular wrapping tissue. I'm just gonna kind of waft it a bit. And I should have put some underneath, because look at all that product I miss getting. So I'm gonna lift that up. And you see, I don't want to touch it because I'll put that aside to dry, and then I'll show you in a second. It doesn't take very long to dry. And then we can actually repeat that. We can even spray it ahead of time. So we'll have several tissue papers. So what I'm doing here is I'm just squishing the tissue down so it contacts the stencil. Now, see, that's the stinky stuff to me. Like right now, it's like, ugh, need a window. So Lucy might bark because the garbage truck is going by. This is usually when she barks. And if anybody wants to see Lucy live, then watch the replay at the beginning. I show my face and her face. So I'm just going to wait a second. I'm going to lift that. So now we have another one. And again, I'll show you those when they're dry. Each one's a little bit lighter than the last. And those are not Carnival tissue. You can use tracing paper. You can use copy paper. So, for example, this is just my Braille off sheet. We should be close to getting all the ink off soon. But you can see even on the copy paper, it comes through. It works better if you spray the actual stencil. So there, it's kind of like the print that keeps on giving. And then here we have that one underneath, which is pretty. And I'm going to put that, I'm running out of drawing space. And then I'm going to put another copy paper down. So even though I'm like, someone said like I'm putting ink on with abandon, it doesn't go to waste, right? So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe. Now that's not going to remove the ink, but if I spray this, I can use that to kind of wipe it onto the background. Now you have to be careful depending on your stencil, right? You have to kind of just kind of do that. So, and you don't have to do it right away because it will reactivate later. So I will finish that one later. You can see you'll get that and you get the negative spaces. So I'm gonna put that aside. I'll do that after the stream, probably. Okay, let's pick this up. So we're gonna use gold. And we're going to use, this is the Carnival Wet Strength. Would it lift onto acetate? That's a good question. I don't know. It probably would. I mean, I don't think you need absorbent. I don't think you need absorbency. That would be worth a try. And I do have some acetate. I was going to try to do a video with some acetate, so maybe I will explore that in my video. Okay, so now there's alcohol ink on this. I'm just going to give it a wipe with my baby wipe with the alcohol, just because I don't want to smush things around too much. just going to wipe off my brayer because I did use the brayer over top of the stencil with the alcohol. Whoopsie, I think I got in the gold there a little bit. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, let's do this. Hope I have enough. It's always a challenge to go back to my 12 by 14 plate after playing on like a 5 by 7 or my 8 by 10. It's always an adjustment as to how much paint to use. All right, so I definitely have enough, maybe too much paint, but that's okay. I'm just going to brayer this off here. All right, and I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the shiny side down. I'm gonna try to get the wrinkles out, but I don't know, especially in the middle. But I don't think I'm gonna succeed totally. So I'm gonna have a few wrinkles in there, but that is life. My face has a few wrinkles in it, so. Thanks, Tammy. They will, alcohol inks will make your plate yellow. So if you don't like my yellow jelly plates, then don't try this at home. Hi, Susanna. I don't know if I said hi to you. Okay. So that's going to take a bit to dry because I had a lot of gold on there. So let's see how dry these are. So this is now dry. So we got, this is the sort of, like I said, this is regular tissue paper. So that's the shiny side. That's the non-shiny side. Let me put it on here so you can see it better. And then that was the first one we did. This was number 2. So you can see it's a little bit lighter. I think you can see that it's a little bit lighter. Look if I bring this one down beside it. Can you see the difference? This one's a little bit lighter than that one. Okay. And again, if you do work with alcohol inks, make sure you have a well-ventilated area. And this was the one, I think, that was underneath, right? Where you get kind of more the outlines of the stencil. And that makes lovely wrap for Happy Mail too. If you're, you know, doing Happy Mail and you want to wrap things up, it's like your own tissue. Bye, Barbie. Okay. Now I don't have a lot. I didn't prepare like multiple things. I really wanted to just work on this canvas. I kind of forgot about all the drawing time. So this is what I consider a stencil because you're filling in, and this is what I consider a mask. So we're going to be using the mask, and depending on how this print turns out, we may or we may not like maybe add some flowers coming out, or we'll see. And that is very wet. I don't think it's going to dry yet. Yeah, that was some thick paint. So that's going to be our shoe. Let's see, is there anything else I can show? I could show you my forest book that I'm doing some just plain collage in. This is a book that Dee Dee Willingham, what's this shadow here? Not sure what that shadow is from. It's a book that Dee Dee Willingham introduced us, a bunch of us to, and her idea was to just do collage, just straight up collage with no paint. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen this. So this is just some of the pages that I've done. And it's a book by Kieran Connolly. He does a lot of those abandoned books. So this is my little dinosaur. And it says, at first I was afraid, I was petrified. So I added the dinosaur and these little people. And then the next one I've done is this one. Sometimes I post these to Instagram or Facebook. So I added this little watering can and I put some Posca paint pens. So I did put some paint pens and a bit of stamping with archival ink. So I cheated a little bit, but we're not using like a lot of paint. So it has lots of cool images. Like this one, I can't wait to fill it in with stuff. Let's see. So this one, I consider that one finished. And that one, we're just doing this while we're waiting for that to dry. This isn't finished, but I did add a jelly print here. And I added a little frog over there. And then, I don't know, we're going to put some things in the forest. This was from my shoe calendar. So I have this ballerina. That was from a calendar. And then I just collaged in a bunch of shoes. That one's calling out for some fairies, Sherry. Yeah. I don't have a lot of fairy images. And then this one, I'm thinking I'm going to put some parrots on there. Let's see what else I have done in this. I might be missing a few, but I have this lady. So this was a title page. This had words on it. So I added her. And then this image I added. And then just a lone flower on that side. Hey, Linda, you made it. We're just waiting for some paint to dry. And then I'm just looking at a collage book. That one's in progress. Is anybody in chat here working in this book as well? I know quite a few people that are. This one, I like this one. So I added that lady. Sorry about the glare. So this tree was very blue, so that sort of dictated the color choices on these two pages. A magazine person with butterfly wings. That's a good idea. Yeah, I should do that. Let's see what else. Oh, here I have these dancers. What else? A skier. A iceberg. So I'm just kind of slowly, you know, going through that. It's just a fun, non-messy activity to do. Hi, Ray. It's still a little wet. I just want to pull it though. Let's see. Let's test it. It's pulling. Let's do it. All right. Hope you guys can see that. So we have quite a bit of cracking from the wrinkles. I prefer like the ones that are like angled. The straight ones aren't my favorite. Has anybody ever ironed Carnival Wet Strength tissue? I'm not a big ironer person. I don't like ironing. All right, I'm going to put that away over here. I think we're done with that one for now. Miriam likes the sides. Yeah, they're kind of fun. So because this is a 12 by 12, it doesn't really matter what direction I glue it, but I'm going to wrap this, I think, like that. And then we're going to put our shoe like that. So the nice thing with the mask is we can use the mask to sort of pick the location that we want to do. And I don't want it like right in the middle because just composition wise, we'll probably want it like that. So, okay, so let's glue this on. I'm going to just rip off the excess. Actually, I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to cut off the excess. Now you guys can't really see the color. It's really more violet. Like it's, let me just turn off some of these lights, see if you guys can see the true color. See if that is better lighting. So I'm just going to cut this. No, it doesn't really, that's not really better. Still looks. Hopefully when I move into my new studio, I will have better lighting. This room doesn't really have the best lighting, but hopefully my new place will have better lighting. So this stencil design, that is a Rhonda Dohna design. It's called Cranky Buds. Maybe when, so we're going to use matte medium to put this on the canvas. Maybe while that's drying, I'll grab the stencil information. Hey, Rhonda. We're just talking about you. We used your Cranky Buds. All right, so I'm going to pretty much, I think I'm going to center that because I don't think I'm going to go further. I'll probably go somewhere like that. So that should be good. So I'm going to just lift off half, add my matte medium, and then we'll kind of do it half and half. Your spidey senses were going off. Nice. Thanks, Belinda. Okay, so let's grab a spreader. So I like my silicone spreader, and then I'm also going to get a paintbrush. So I'm gonna add lots. I find this this I got at Walmart, and it's nice. It's smooth, but it's very liquidy, and it comes out super quick. So if you don't know, Christopher Rinsman, right now he is interviewing Patricia and Mariah over on his channel. If I have a mod in chat that could put his link, that would be great. But I will put a link to his channel in my description. And as well, we have Southpaw Studio, I think it's called. Kim, she is doing a demo of using a cinch. I think it's a cinch she's using. Now I want to save that. Let me just put that, we'll just load it this way. Okay, and then I want to just put that down. We're going to go over top and try to get those bubbles out. Probably what I should do is I should add it to the back of this too. Let's do that. Add some of this matte medium to the back surface, and then we'll put it on here, and that'll help to be able to get out some of those wrinkles. So this is a very similar process to what I showed on my video where I made that vase with the reverse painting on like 12 by 12 canvas. Okay. And then some of the color of the alcohol ink's coming off, which is a little surprising. And again, alcohol ink is not, it will fade. So I would definitely recommend putting a sealer, a UV type sealer, which I don't really know much about. I haven't done a lot of canvases. This is just something I'm trying to get into a little bit more. So if anybody in chat has more information on that, I gladly accept your wisdom. So I'm kind of going from the center out to try to keep those bubbles on the periphery. Sorry, I'm not really looking at chat a lot. And then a little bit more here. So I'm just lightly putting it on. I don't want to press too much because I don't want it to stick down to there. And again, this is Carnival Wet Strength tissue. That's why it's not tearing apart with all this wetness. This would be very hard to do with plain tissue. If you did plain tissue, you'd probably just want to tear it up and put it down in pieces. So that's pretty good. And I'm going to lift up the edge here, and I'm going to, sorry, I'm going to do this off. I want you to see, but it's going to be an awkward angle. So I'm just trying to put the matte medium on the edge here, and then we're going to wrap this around. So I'm putting matte medium underneath and on top. Okay, and then I'm going to use a paintbrush to get rid of any ridges. This one needs a little bit more on the side. And then I'm going to just wrap it. And then we'll have to paint out the top. I don't know if this is the sides or the top and bottom. I don't know. And then I'm going to cut that once it's dry. We'll cut that little extra off. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then I'm going to use my paintbrush to just kind of even it out. Is Kirsten here? Hey, Quirky Queens. So now I'm just going to just even that. Here there's a few little bubbles that I'm going to try to scooch out with my spreader. And if there's a few bubbles, you know, it's not, to me, it's not the end of the world. I think I just sprayed myself with matte medium. I like how this side, the edge got a little bit covered with some of the ink. I like that. Maybe next time, like that would be something I might do on purpose, where I don't push down the edge. Or is it just the extra? Oh, it could be just the extra paint, the extra like bit of pigment that's coming off. Maybe that's doing that. I don't know. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we're going to let that dry. I'm just going to wrap around here a little bit. Sorry, this is probably really not looking good on the camera, and I'm hitting the camera. And then we can use some of these extra pieces to fill in the bottom and the top. All right. So let's let that dry. I'm going to put that in some water. Hi, Avanel. I don't mind that the colors are over blended. To me, that's the look I'm going for. So I will say thank you. We can do is we can just wipe off a little bit, especially where we're going to have our boot, because it's really not going to matter elsewhere because we're going to be painting that out mostly. So there, does that feel better to you? I just took off a little bit of the overblending, get the gold showing a little bit more. There. How's that? I don't mind it being overblended here. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And it did kind of turn a bit of brown there, but I'm okay with that. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to just show you I'm going to show you Rhonda's design. Sorry, I'm just going to lift that up. Oh, that's fine. This is very messy. Scooch that over there. And let me grab another baby wipe. Hi, Diane. How's the move going? Are you getting there? Let's see. So this was the stencil that I used. This was Cranky Buds by Rhonda Dohna. She's Griffin Shale. I think that's what her name is, Griffin Shale. Hi, Beth. And that's PM Artist Studio Stencil. And they stream Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, no, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I'm one of their designers as well. And what do I give away? And if you want to get a discount, you can use my code DevonFan10. And there's other levels you can join if you want further discounts. Okay, I'm going to grab out my heat gun and I'm going to just give that a little bit of a heat so we can move on to the next step. And we might rotate this. Like I haven't really decided which way we're going to put the boot. So let's dry it off. So Diane is half here, half there. Yeah. Sorry for the noise. Thanks for the thumbs ups, peoples. Appreciate that. This is a bit of a difficult project to do live, but I wanted to give it a try. And my art is not perfect, and I'm not an expert. That's the caveat. I just like to have fun and share what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and inspire you to learn more. If there's something that I'm doing that I don't feel that I'm showing it properly, or I'm, giving you all the information you need, please research it. Also, if you have anything you want to add to the chat to let other people know some information that I may be missing, then I welcome it. I wish you guys could see how shiny that gold is. Hi, Jasper. Hey, Kristen. Yeah, cheetah vibes. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to move this over here for a second, do the edges. So I'm not talking a lot because I don't even know if you guys can hear me very well over the... Okay. Sorry that was so loud. I hope you guys could hear me okay. All right, so let's look at this and decide. So I'm going to use this, my cutout, to decide which direction I'm wondering if we did it like right at the bottom here, like that, we could almost leave this as the tablecloth because it's not the same pattern. We could even incorporate that gold, like that could be the sole, that would make the sole of the shoe sort of gold. That might be cool. see. Or we could do the shoe here and just block out up to these edges and leave those just kind of plain and do some doodles. This one looks kind of muddy there, I think. I feel like doing that. Okay, so I'm going to put this here because that's where that's where I'm determining, not we. I'm deciding I like it. I think I like it there. It's pretty wrinkly though. Is there another way I can do it where the wrinkles aren't? I think no matter which way we cut it, the wrinkles are going to be a factor. So we should just maybe embrace the wrinkles. And again, I don't want to put it right in the middle. I'm just going to put it off to the side of it, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll add some doodles or something. So I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to lift it up, and then we're going to paint that out. Yeah, I could paint a sole on, but I like incorporating what's there. And I will color the wrinkles in later. Yes, we shall do that. Now, the other thing we could do is we could just paint out to here and leave that open to match the bottom. And then do we want to leave any of these blooms? Do I want to make any flowers coming out? Do I want to paint it out in white with a bit showing through, or do I want to paint it out in black to totally cover it? There's so many questions. Hi, Charmaine. Okay, so I'm going to actually put a masking tape on the bottom. So I'm going to actually just kind of put it against my clothes so it's not too sticky. That's also going to help us. Oh no, it won't. I'm just going to mask out this as the table. And I'm going to put that, we'll see. We can always like rearrange things. Put that under there a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to put, yeah, this is a bit too sticky. It's pulling off a little bit there. Let me just try to loosen it, get it a little bit unsticky. Hi, Lena. So I'm just putting this against my pants here so that doesn't pull off too much. I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to push down too hard. Let's get out some white paint. If we don't like it, we can always cover it in black. So I'm just going to get a sponge. I'm going to daub around here, and then we'll use a paintbrush. So this is just the white Liquitex Basics. And I think I'll start by not going up to here, and then we'll see. Where is my sponge? So everybody that's coming in, I'm planning to release a video on Saturday of me and my hubby jelly plating. So I'm going to do it as a premiere so that I can be in chat with y'all and that we can hang out, talk about the shenanigans going on. So I'm just going to get as close as I can And you could freehand draw your shoe or your whatever you're doing. Like when I did the vase, that was just by hand. And then a lot of you are like, you're just covering up all that print. And it's like, well, it's just paint and I had fun making it and I'm having fun turning it into something else. You could do a jelly print on some thicker paper and then cut out the shape you want and then glue it on your canvas. That's what I did with the vase on my other piece. I'll bring that up in just a second. So I'm just going to go around the edges here. And then I'm just going to use a paintbrush. So that's what our shoe is going to look like. Couples jelly, that's right. It was a date night to celebrate my birthday. That was my part of my birthday present. All right, so I'm just going to, you know what? Let me just wipe that off for a second. Let me just, do we want, no, I think I'm just going to cover it. I'm just going to cover it all. Oh, is that the right thing? No, that was the matte medium. Darn it. I'm going to have to find a project to matte medium before that dries up. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this quickly. And some of the paint, the alcohol ink is coming through, which is fine. I'm just going to put this back on here. Interesting. So the background looks like it's going to be pink. That's kind of cool. And then we'll see the texture of the tissue paper coming through as well. We could, you know what I might do is do like a wash of gold over to just highlight some of that tissue texture. So I haven't done this before using alcohol inks. So, I mean, this is, we're experimenting together. Interesting. I'm surprised it's like being so absorbent or non-permanent. I don't know what the right word for that is. Live and learn, live and learn. I'm just gonna put that straight for now. I might change that. We're gonna need more white. That's the matte medium. I'm not using that. I'm putting that away. Hi, Renee. Hi, Christine. Diane found some women's boots that she wants to make them into steampunk boots. That's cool. This is so interesting to me how that pink is really coming up through the paint. That is like very surprising. I'm just trying to hold that down where. Wow, wowee. Does anybody else surprised that the alcohol ink is seeping through, or is it just me? I think what we'll do is we'll rub that back and then we'll add like a gold glaze. I think that might be kind of cool. Can even like do some twirly-doos. Diane says she's had that happen in the past. It could be because it's so fresh, like I did not let it dry very long. That could be why. Let me just use a sponge here. Uh-oh, Okay, so we don't know exactly where this is going, but let's take that off to get an idea. And maybe it would be fun. What did Harry say? How about putting a stencil back over the boot and then sponging back black through it? The black and white background and a colored boot. Yeah, I could do that. What I might do is put in some marks into the background. I'm just going to do some randomly like swirly marks. Put this back on here just to get some of the marks a bit closer. While the paint's still wet. So initially I thought maybe I would have some flowers coming out of the boot, but I'm just kind of feeling, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling this vibe here. So this here, it's already dried, so it's not really going through there very well. But I think this will give us an interesting texture. I'm going to hit that with a heat gun. Let's pull this off here first and see. I think I'm going to paint that black down here or another color. But let's do a heat gun first. Hi, Judy. So what Carrie was saying is put the Cranky Bud stencil over top of here and pounce in some black, which would look cool. Lena's calling them Shania Twain boots. Cool. And I'll probably go and outline with the black Posca. And maybe we'll do some doodles. Or we might make the table white. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to finish it all today, but we'll get a good start on it. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do like a gold wash or a black wash. Judy says she remembers when she could wear boots like this. I'm going to angle it so you guys can see the colors better. It's really thick right here. I think we'll do a gold wash first and see how that looks. And then I'll probably outline it with the black Posca pen. And then I'm thinking do some stencil work down at the bottom. And I'm not sure about the top. I kind of like the random little dots and stuff. Now, I'm sort of thinking dark purple down here would look cool. I don't know though. That's why the other one I did, this one here took me 3 days because I would do a step and I'd go, oh, I'm not sure what to do next. But right now I've got like the pressure of people watching. So I'm thinking a black wash, but is that crazy? If we did a black wash and then maybe added gold, or la la la. Let's go for it. Let's just do black. We can always come back. That's the thing with mixed media. You don't like it, you just add another layer. Right? So for the wash, I'm going to add half black, and I'm going to add this gloss glazing liquid here, and I believe it's like what's the ratio? I think it's like 1 to 1. Let's see. Use alone or blend with acrylic colors in any ratio. Any ratio. There you go. I think I have a little. This is a canvas, Christine. It's a 12 by 12 cheap canvas from Michael's. Okay, so I got this paintbrush. Let's see. So I want it more like the glaze. I don't want it totally opaque. I'm going to add more of this glazing liquid. It is quite striking on the white though, but the white is looking very pink, and I don't really want it to be pink. So I'm thinking I'll put this on and then wipe it back. Let's see. If I do that, let's see how that looks. Just go for it, right? What we could do is we can keep it more black by the shoe and then fade it out. And this glazing liquid also is a retardant, so it won't dry as fast. So it gives us a bit of time to make decisions too, right? So do we want to wipe it all away like that? Or what do we think? Do we like it like totally black by the shoe? One of the things I did with the vase canvas is I did use the trick of taking a picture and converting it to black and white. Just to see how balanced it was. And remember those in chat or coming in, watching the replay, I'm not a professional artist. I don't pretend to be a professional artist. I'm someone who likes to just kind of goof around, play with color. So I'm not pushing super hard. I'm just kind of doing some little circles and some dabbing. And it's picking up that texture, right? You can still see a little bit of that pink coming through, which is interesting. So I'm going to go a little bit closer to the boot here. The boot. Everybody thinks that Canadians say that we say boot, about, boot, but I don't think we say that. So I don't think I'm going to need the black Posca. I think I'm just going to use this paint to... The difficult decision is going to be down here what to do, I think. Whoopsie. Thanks, Jude. I was just going to ask, what do you guys think of the faded paint? Now, I'm not super talented. I'm a right-hander, so I'm going to rotate this upside down. I know there's people that are very good at just doing their art, having everything right side up. I'm not one of those people. And it's really fun, like feeling the texture. So I'm challenging myself to try to work on canvases as well as usually a lot of my stuff's just in journals. So I'm trying to challenge myself to, I'm going to just move this cord here. I'm trying to challenge myself to just maybe do some canvases, right? And just, I'm not planning to sell them. Maybe I'll give some away to some friends around town or something, but just trying to get a little bit closer there. Friends around town, yeah, never know. Renee lives near me, so everybody follow her. Follow my fellow Sherwood Parkian. And Linda Gibbs also lives in my city. She doesn't live in Sherwood Park, but she lives in Edmonton, which is pretty much the same area. I do like how it's picking up the texture. I think that's kind of cool. Like the canvas texture and the texture of the scribbles. Now I'm going to have to switch to a smaller paintbrush soon, I think. I'm going to just add a little bit more here. What's everybody else working on? Okay, I'm going to get a different paintbrush here. Just do that. Okay, I'm going to get a smaller paintbrush. Hi, Carrie. Nice. Thanks for coming. It's late there. Carrie is in the UK, so it is not the afternoon like it is here. I appreciate you coming very much. All right, let's do this. When I was a kid, like a teenager, I was really into shoes. I loved shoes. But I don't know, once I had kids of my own, I just your priorities change. You know, I'd rather buy art supplies than fancy shoes that hurt my feet. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this part and then we'll have a look and see, critique, reevaluate. And I mentioned earlier that if this is something that I would hang, I would have to coat it with a UV protected varnish. Just going to scrumble that a little bit with the brush. And we'll get in there with your baby wipe. Lisa likes the border at the top. I like the border at the top too. I think I'm gonna probably leave it, but I think I might paint the bottom, or maybe do like a black line, do like a hard black line there just to separate it from the shoe. Let's soften that little tip. I don't mind that there's a bit of white around the shoe. I think that kind of gives it like a little highlight. How are we doing for time? I feel like, I wish you guys could see this in like the light that I'm seeing it in. Okay. I'm tempted to I feel like painting that purple, like dark purple. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. What if we paint purple and then put some lines in it, just using our little texture thingy? Yeah, sketchers are great. Okay, I'm gonna grab some dioxazine purple. Now I think I will, okay, originally I was gonna say I don't think I'll glaze this out, but I changed my mind. I think I will add a glaze to it. So I'm just gonna put, I don't think I'm gonna need very much. I think I had too much black. So a little bit of purple and some of this, and then we'll kind of scratch in it with the tool and then maybe add some gold lines. That might be kind of neat. Let's get a different brush. Get this brush here. All right. Hey, Peggy. I used a big Peggy plate to make the base of this. Okay, so let's just go for it. Let's just do, I'm going to do purple all the way to there, and probably should use like a ruler or something. Okay, now I'm going to put this on pretty thick, and then I'm gonna make some straight lines using the stylus, and we'll see how that looks. And then we can decide if we're glazing it or not glazing it. And then I'm going to add some more black down there. I missed a spot, but that's okay. All right, so we'll do that. And then I'm just going to kind of like doodle some straight lines. So I'm going to go through like that, and then I'm going to do in between. I want to get all the way across before the paint dried, right? I didn't want to. So I'm pushing pretty hard. And probably off camera, I will extend this idea along the bottom. So we can kind of see the pattern in there. And then we'll decide if that balances with the top or not. Sorry, I can't look at chat while I do this, but how does that look? You guys can't even really see that, can you? So let me go bring it closer. So that's what I just did. I just put all those little lines in. And then we could always like paint a bit of a shadow there. I'm going to add a bit more black here. I'm going to turn this around because, like I said, I'm not very good at painting upside down. So I'm going to add, I should probably wait till that part's dry, till the purple's dry, but just going to kind of scratch it in there just so we get an idea. There we go. Not too bad. And then what I can do, if it didn't, I think I lost some of my, I had this like extra peach here. I'm going to try to cut that off. I'm just going to cut that off right now before it totally sticks. We can wrap that up the sides a little bit. Cut this just a sec. I'm just going to take this off camera just to cut it a bit. Just I need the angle. So what I can do is these little bits here, I can glue up on the side here like that, and then I can put black. Maybe I would put white and then do some scribbles and then put the black. So I put like, I'll put a strip there, I'll put a strip there, and I'll continue that finish around the sides. And on the bottom, I'll do the same thing. I'll put the purple and I'll do like the lines. And at the top, I'll just leave it like that because it matches here. Now, what do we think of this? Bye, Kirsten. Give some billium to the boot. I don't know what a billium is with a wash on the edges. I don't know what like a bloom. I'm not sure what you mean. All right, so I'm thinking black there. Diane likes the top as is. I mean, I don't mind the gold part, but I want to just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I just want to make the black just kind of more distinct. So I'm just going to do that just to give myself, just pushed here. I didn't push there so much. And I'm just going to do like black here, get it a bit darker. Just to try to clean up that edge a bit. I don't want to push too hard because I don't want that to pop off some of that paint because it is still a little sticky. Let's see, how does that look? No, I want it a bit higher. Come on, I don't like this white part here. There, I'll just blend it that way. How's that? We'll make it look like there's like a dark shadow under this. Like maybe this is like a storefront and this shoe is sitting on a shelf and this is like the next shelf. So there's a little bit of a darker shadow coming down. There, I like that better. To me, that's a little bit better. I'm just going to do that. Okay, just get a bigger brush. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to watch Christopher's replay later. I can't wait. I was there for a little bit before I had to start my stream, but so we're just going to add a bit of darkness. This hasn't dried yet because it had that gloss medium in it. So I'm just going to put a little bit more darkness at the top and then probably around the sides too. And yes, I'm not being very kind to my brush. I'm going to probably do the black, solid black on the sides. How are we doing for time? I think we're almost at time, so I got a pretty good amount done, I think. And I will finish the rest of this, like the sides and the edges, and who knows what other doodles may appear. Sorry, just can't stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop there for now. Let me just wipe my hands and we'll have a little chat. I'm gonna see if I can give you guys a better look of the true colors because it looks different on screen than it looks in real life. Let's see if I angle it like this. Can you see the true colors there a little bit better? Bring it a little closer. So I'll probably use, I don't know what to blend this in, maybe some colored pencils, or maybe I just leave it. I don't know. I'll show you next time what I decide there, but I'm definitely leaving these wrinkles. I'm gonna leave those wrinkles in there. I like those wrinkles. I could, you know what I could do is I could come back with the alcohol inks and a paintbrush, and that's what I'll do is I'll paint in this, I'll match it in there to hide the wrinkles. That's what I'll do. And then I'll decide, I'll take, you know, I'll live with it for a week and I'll, you know, look at it upside down, put it in my living room, do that black and white photography, whatever. So, so on Saturday, I'm going to release a video as a premiere. So I'm going to be in chat Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And it's a video of me and my hubby doing some jelly printing together. So I've been having a lot of fun editing that. I hope you guys can come Saturday morning. Thanks, Sandra. Bye, Kirsten. Thank you. Stylishly fabulous. Thank you. Yes, Darren, I never know what I'm going to come up with either. Like as of like last night and this morning, I didn't really know what I was going to do, but last night I kept visualizing, even though I can't see with my eyes closed, but I kept thinking about a shoe, like doing a shoe. I don't know why, but that's just what, I don't know. That's just what I wanted to do, I guess. Yes, hubby is going to, you're going to see him in action, and he cracks me up. So hopefully he'll crack you up too. Hubby is an artist. No, hubby is not an artist, Barbara. That's why it's going to be so much fun. we're going to be seeing him a beginner jelly printing. He has done it one time about 4 years ago, but he has not done it since. So we had a lot of fun doing that. Thanks, Lady Jan. So, you know, hubby is not an artist, and I hope you will join me on Saturday morning to enjoy his take on jelly printing. And again, these were the off prints that we have from the alcohol ink. 1, 2, 3. Mwahahaha. All right. Thanks, everybody. Okay, bye-bye.